So this morning I saw this video that was created months back by best-selling author David McKnight. He wrote The Power of Zero. I like David McKnight's stuff. Great stuff. He has more than just a superficial, obviously, he has more than just a superficial knowledge of the concepts he talks about. And why is that a big deal? Because you and I both run into concepts daily where it's like, that sounds good. It rolls off the tongue nicely, but applicability-wise, practicality-wise, math and science-wise, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. That is not David McKnight. His concepts are applicable, practical, and very well thought out. But in this video, at first, for a split second, I thought, please don't tell me he's going to talk about that. And what is that I thought he was going to talk about? I thought for a second he was going to talk about, hey, don't put money into an annuity, but instead, for a 0% tax bracket, put it into an IUL. No, he didn't talk about that. He didn't fail to impress me in this video. Once again, I'm usually impressed with his videos, as I was this one. But here's what he said. He said, many people that put money into annuities are doing it incorrectly. Why is that? Because of taxes. Yes, annuities are great because of the mortality credits. It will pay you forever and ever and ever, a lot like Social Security that consumers love. Yes, consumers love their Social Security. They also love their defined benefit pension plans. Annuities provide this, but the problem with annuities, whether it's traditional IRA money or not, is the taxes, right? The taxes. 100% of your money is taxed if it's a traditional IRA annuity when you start taking income. So use the example. Let's say that $2,000 is your income coming from the annuity. Well, if you're in the 50% tax bracket, heaven forbid, say 10 years from now, then that means you're only going to have $1,000 net in income. He said, what if instead you looked at piecemeal internal Roth conversion programs? Some companies allow for this. And I agree 100%. I've been talking about this for years. And many companies are getting on this innovation wagon, so to speak, as they should. So here's what a piecemeal internal Roth conversion program is. Then I want to give you a couple of additional pieces of information that you may not have thought about. So let's say you have $100,000 in an annuity at XYZ company. It's a traditional IRA. Wouldn't it be cool with just merely filling out a form? There's a mirror contract that's set up. And I'm not talking about a new application packet or anything like that. I'm not talking about having to fill out two applications, merely a form. And this is a Roth IRA account over here of the same annuity flavor as what you have in the traditional IRA. Well, then each year you can bleed out, say, $10,000 of that traditional IRA converted into a Roth IRA. 10,000 this year, 10,000 next. Can be any dollar amount that you want, right? Some carriers do that basically with just a signature. Very, very cool. Now, here are a couple pieces that some companies have not thought through, as well as a lot of agents have not thought through. The mortality credit conversation, that's largely GLWBs, right? Guaranteed lifetime withdrawal benefits, and which have benefit bases usually that are larger than the contract value. So how does that work? First of all, if you have a $100,000 annuity contract, cash value, contract value, accumulation value, whatever you want to call it, but the benefit base is, say, $200,000, one would think that if you moved $50,000 cash value, converted that to a Roth IRA, that maybe a proportionate amount of the benefit base would move over with it. Not all companies do that. I'm sure they will eventually, but not all companies do that. They just say, no, you have $50,000 Roth IRA over here, and basically the clock starts over as far as the benefit base goes. My point there is just be cautious and be aware of the companies that do say, well, yeah, if 100,000 cash value is here, and if twice that amount is what the benefit base is, then if you move over $50,000, we will also move over a $100,000 benefit base. There are carriers that do that, and those are the ones that you should look at for this piecemeal internal Roth conversion program. Lastly, what is taxed? So, okay, I converted $50,000 on this GLWB. It's just $50,000 that's taxed. No. There's something called the entire interest rule, and that is effectively, in addition to that contract value of $50,000, there's a present value calculation of that benefit base that's moving over that will also add to the tax liability. So there are a couple areas just to be aware of. And once again, David McKnight, great video.